it's really sick when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, man. It has no sweat glands. That means so it doesn't perspire, doesn't push out any toxins. So all that gets stored in the meat, you know. And it causes all kinds of things like cancers, bladder cancer, liver cirrhosis, multiple sclerosis, gout, breast cancer. And so really, man, our people, here's a stat. It harbors the tapeworm, right? So the tapeworm kills 50,000 people a year worldwide. 50,000. You know, this tapeworm, it infects the brain. You know, it drops eggs off into the brain, the heart, the lungs, the diaphragm. And these eggs, they're contained in these cysts. They create cysts, whichever. And then those eggs, you know, gestate, or gestate, I think is the correct word. And more little worms come out. And so these worms, they basically eat you from the inside out. You know, so you're incubating these worms in you, and it's just a horrible thing to even think about. And they have a lot of resistant bacteria. You know, because of this, they have a lot of resistant bacteria. You know, bacteria that you can't really get rid of. It's extremely hard to get rid of. So, you know, ultimately our people just lack fear of the Lord. They lack fear of the Lord. They don't think that what the Lord is saying is really for them. They think the Lord is a myth. They think the Bible is a myth. It's mythical. You know, because they don't understand, man. They don't understand. A lot of them just don't. Nobody's really taking the time to really kind of sit down and halfway explain things, because a lot of, you know, that's another subject that we can get on about, you know, just the bitterness of or the perceived bitterness of some brothers out there in Israel trying to push the word in the wrong spirit. You know, it's off-putting, and this place is so full of just happy joy that, you know, a lot of our people not even going to be any kind of receptive, or Jake is not going to be any kind of receptive to it. And we understand that we're not trying to save all of Israel. Israel will be saved.
This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Sion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
We're trying to find the elect. We're trying to, and the Lord opens the eyes of the elect. So, let's go to, got some scriptures here. Let's go to Isaiah 58 and 1. Bear with me. This is Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So that's what, you know, that's what we do. You know, we're out on the highways and the hedges, trying to tell our people what the deal is. You know, trying to tell Jake what the deal is. Fishing for the elect, and we're also trying to educate and edify the people of, you know, what's really going on if they're able to receive it. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. the book of Isaiah 66 and verse 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, Salakia, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So, right, the Lord is not coming. He's coming back angry, and he's going to come back to destroy Babylon the Great, and with fire from the chariots, which are the identified flying objects that people sometimes see in the skies. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So there's going to be a lot of people dying because they didn't hearken to the Lord and his word being pushed by the prophets throughout the streets. Verse 17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed, saith the Lord. What does consume mean? Destroyed. So it said three things here. Eating swine's flesh, and the abomination, and the mouse. These are all abominable things. Why are they abominable? We'll get that right now. Leviticus 11 and 2. This is the book of Leviticus, verse 11 and 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, or Yashar Allah in the ancient Hebrew, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud, among the beasts they shall eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of. These shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So these things are so unclean that the Lord doesn't even want us touching the carcasses of these things. Let's go to real quick. Let's go to Matthew 8 and 32. This is the book of St. Matthew, verses 8, chapter 8, Salakia, chapter 8 and 30, what was that, 32? 32, yeah. And he said unto them, go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd. And this is, So this is there's a man that the Lord casts devils out of. And so let's go to 30. And there was Salakia. Okay, let's just go to 30. And there was a good way off from them an herd of many swine feeding. So the Lord, and there's a guy who's plagued with devils, and devils recognize Yahushua, and let's go to 29. And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of the Most High? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them an herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. So here the devils, they're afraid. They recognize Yahushua, and they're like, well, if you're going to cast us out, please just, put us into the swine. Why the swine? Because the swine is abominable. It's an abominable vessel, animal to deal with. So this is the devil saying, hey, please cast us into this nasty swine, herd of swine. And he said unto him, go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters. You see? So the Lord could have just cast them out, and cast them into anything, really. But he cast them into a herd of filthy swine, because that's where unclean things belong, actually. So yeah. But our people, they're stiff-necked. Let's get that in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 17 and 23. I'm trying not to make this too long, man. The spirit gets on you, and then you feel like you gotta rush, try to get it done. So But anyway, Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 23. But they obeyed not, neither inclined their ear, but made their neck stiff, that they might not hear, nor receive instruction. So we're over here instructing our people on what to do, what not to do, according to the scriptures, according to the Lord's words, the word of the Lord, and they don't hearken. And that's cool, man, because at the end of the day, like I said, all of Israel will be saved. They're coming back through the seed of the elect into the kingdom. Everybody can't be saved. And that's, I say that I speak on my own self, because that's just in my nature to be helpful like that. It's just my nature, but time is coming where ultimately, the Lord makes these decisions. So, you just got to understand that all of us aren't going to, 2/3 of our people are going to die, man. That's huge. That's a big, big number, man. So there's going to be a whole lot of destruction coming up in the near future, because of Babylon, which is America, is coming to a screeching halt, while they're trying to push forth this new world order thing, and trying to chip people up, the RFID microchip, which if you take, the Lord will destroy you, pursuant to Revelations 13th chapter. So anyway, I hope this was edifying. I'm going to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors to the men of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom.
So why when you come across the word Jesus, why are you going to say Jesus? Huh? Or why when you come across the word Judah, why are you going to say Judah? You say Yahweh.